Okay, so again, to answer this question, how many treatments did I have to correct the situation completely? So, as I said, I started to get better almost immediately, but it took a solid, 8 appointments until I felt like I could sit in my car um and drive without, so much pain that it was that I was constantly sweating because when I was in a sitting position where I was feeling my hip pain, it was just so painful, and it was getting before I started to have treatment, it just kept getting tighter and tighter, and I realized that it probably was a muscle problem, and I was right, and that's what led me to find Grinders work. But anyway, yeah, so it differs for everybody, obviously, but I bet your muscles in your back are hard as a rock, and so the little muscles around. I mean, if you've ever looked at a muscle chart, an anatomical chart of your muscles are everywhere. I mean, they're like, if you look at the amount of back muscles there are, the back muscles are huge, and they're like three layers of muscles, one layer on top of the next. So again, as Greiner writes in his book and in his papers, um, when a group of muscles contracts, the other group of muscles, they're all start doing the same thing for whatever reason. And your body is constantly producing lactic acid because that's the byproduct of burning glucose, sugar in our muscle tissues, that makes the whole muscular system work. So, how many? Okay, so do you think Dr. Joe might know someone else out here in L.A.? He may. I have his current contact information, so I will I'll get in touch with him, and I'll ask him, and I'll let you know if he knows somebody out there. But he's more or less a New Yorker, and he doesn't. I don't think he travels or talks to many people about neurosoma much anymore. He just practices it. Uh, is the numbness and tingling causing nerve damage? You wrote that your nerves were damaged, and my surgeon suggested I have surgery the sooner. Well, in my foot, that was how um, the nerve damage was caused, I think, from my bulging disc back in 2006. And yeah, I mean, when nerves get pinched to the point where um, there's a major problem, the symptom is, pain. And at the bottom, my sciatic nerve was being pinched. So at the bottom of my foot, at the end of my sciatic nerve, I think there was permanent nerve damage because I had been living with the back bulging disc problem for, gosh, I don't know, months before I finally, had a back surgery, which is, they just go in there and puncture the disc and pull some material out of the disc and then put a little fatty patch on it. I don't know if you know how the bulging disc surgery works, but again, if I had known about neurosoma in 2006, I would have never had the surgery. So, our nerves continuing to become damaged the year, well, no, the nerves don't become damaged when you're getting massaged. They're Since the manipulations are small gestures and it's a slow process, what is happening to the area probably has nerve damage? What is happening to the area that probably has nerve damage? Well, when nerves get damaged, you should really do some research and online and figure out what nerve damage actually is. And when the end of a nerve gets damaged, it's damaged. It takes a long time. It takes for a millimeter of a nerve to grow back. They say it takes, I don't know, a year. So look into nerve damage. Okay, so let me get on to, is it continuing to worsen if the person isn't feeling any relief? All right, let me get on to the next video.